We were talking about different video content basically put out there, things that you might want to know about regarding taxes and real estate combination of it. And Mr. Scully just came up with a topic. Mrs. Scully, I'm going to leave you with the floor. You have the floor. Go.
Yeah, cost segregation studies I was mentioning to you, Evans. It's a pretty cool strategy, especially if people are deep into commercial real estate, or maybe not commercial, but they have multiple, multi-family properties. They can basically accelerate the depreciation in certain parts of the property. Let's say, a roof might have usually depreciating, if it's a residential property, depreciated over 27.5 years. If it's commercial, it's 39 years. But if you can accelerate certain portions of that property, you can get a bigger deduction on your tax return. So let's say a roof might be, I don't know, you have to do, you need an engineer to do this, by the way.
Yes.
It doesn't do, we assist the engineer, but they have to actually go in and do the study to see what the useful life of each portion or part of that property.
So they would do like an inspection basically for the roof, is what you're saying.
Say that again.
They would do like an inspection for the roof.
Yeah, they'll assess how long that roof would last for.
The wear and tear.
Based on that, exactly. Based on that, they'll say, okay, well, this roof, is instead of it being 30.5 years or 27.5 years, it might be 10 years. And so you get a bigger chunk of depreciation on your tax return for the next 10 years, as opposed to waiting to have smaller portions over the 27.5 years or 39 years. You know what I mean? So it actually benefits you because it gives you a bigger deduction on paper, so you can keep more money in your pocket. That's really what that is. I mean, in a nutshell. I don't want to go into the nitty-gritties of it because, like I said before, if we sit in a strategy session with a prospect and they need, say, tax planning or something, that's one of the things that we look at, especially if they're heavy on real estate. To see how can we basically maximize the rules to your benefit. And that's one big thing to look at when you own multiple properties, or just a pretty big commercial property. It's really something that you want to look at.
I want people to understand what commercial property is. It's pretty much anything that's usually 4 units or above. Anything above 4 units is commercial. And sometimes basically if you have a mixed use property, which is pretty much just a storefront on the bottom and some living space upstairs, that's going to be considered commercial as well. So that's what he's talking about when he says commercial properties.
Yeah. So those are good bets for using that strategy to actually save more in taxes. So you might get, let's say, for ease of calculation, let's say you have a $27,500 property. Let's say over 27.5 years, that's $1,000 per year. Let's just say. If you can basically do it where you can accelerate, you could probably get, instead of $1,000, you get $2,000 a year or $3,000 a year in depreciation. I mean, I'm just oversimplifying that just for ease of understanding. But it's really a cool strategy to actually, maximize that depreciation deduction, is what I'm saying.
Again, I'm gonna beat this drum till the drum is dead. Talk to your professional about everything. You have questions, you have scenarios. That's what you have professionals like myself and Mr. Scully here to answer your questions. And like you said, you can do a strategy session with him at any time. You just give him a call. His contact information is accessible. You can find it. What's your website?
I actually have because my niche, I'm niching down on people in the industry, brokers, realtors, because oftentimes, as we have discussed before, brokers and salespersons, they don't put away money for taxes. They get a 1099 check from them, they spend it, they don't put it away. So, and I also have, I also deal with investors too, flippers, landlords, and the like. And so if you need tax resolution, which is where I get the IRS off your back, if you owe them a ton of money, or if you're paying a ton of money and you need to bring that bill down, that's when we talk about tax plans. So my website is www.wscullycpa.com, www.wscullycpa.com. And I'll give you another one. I'm running free strategy sessions for realtors or people in the real estate industry. So I'll give you 45 minutes of my time. We can discuss your issue and figure out how we move forward to make things better for you.
Now, how do you have the strategy session? You do it face to face, on the phone?
Yeah, on the phone. Yeah, usually these days, we're in the COVID era, so I try to limit my there's COVID, there's other stuff going on, right?
Yes, yes.
And all kinds of crazy stuff. Anyway, so I try to limit my in-person interaction as best as I can, but I will if there's a need to meet someone face to face, I'll do it. But typically my meetings are via Zoom or by phone, and that works fine. I mean, I have tons of tools, to get things up and running. I have portals, so I have different ways. I use technology to the best of my ability to serve my clients in a very efficient way. So that's not a problem.
All right. So the same way that he's efficient basically with technology, we do the same thing on the real estate side. When we're in consultation, we can meet face to face. We can have a conversation on the phone. We can do it on Zoom or any other platform that you feel comfortable with.
Google Meets, whatever.
Google Meets, whatever it is, basically we can make it happen where we're having a conversation.
We're trying to make it easy for people, right, Evans? That's
yes, we're trying to make it convenient. We're trying to meet you where you're at that that's specific moment. We, like you said, we plan strategy meetings for you so you can see from point A to point B. You have a clear vision. Okay, this is what I need to be doing from here, and this is how I get over here. And that's what these videos are about. That's what we're about to help our clients get from one point to the next point.
Yeah, can I say one other thing too, Evans? I'm actually having a webinar on February 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's about basically about resolving your tax debt, right? So it's how to get errors off your back.
Okay.
You can actually search Eventbrite. That's where I have the event. It's free of cost. I'm going to have it for an hour and a half, and I'll speak to people on various topics like liens, levies, or to get a payment plan together and that sort of thing. So definitely, if you have the time, if you've seen this video today or anytime before the 1st, well, by the way, it's a series. I'm doing it every month. So
okay, good.
February 1st, all the way till July 1st. So February 1st, once a month, February, March, April, May, June.
Now this is going to be on Zoom?
On Zoom. Yeah, it's going to be Zoom. But it's going to be an online event. You're going to register via Eventbrite, and then I'll send you the link to, I think you get the link through them too. Either way, you get the link the day of the event, and then you pop in and we'll talk about whatever your issues are.
All right, so I'll provide the link, basically whatever you send me, I'll put it in the
I will definitely do that, sir. Thank you very much.
So you've heard a lot, basically. I know you have a lot of questions that you're watching this. You have a lot of questions. That's what we're here to answer them. Feel free to reach out to us. You can get our information online. We'll make it easy for you. You just click on the top where you see this video. Click on the top on the profile, and you get our information, and you can reach out to us either way. I'm Evantz Saint-Gerard with Keller Realty, and he is
Wayne Scully with W. Scully CPA PC, where we say taxing is their job, saving is ours, or we give you $100.
I don't have a cool slogan, so I'm just gonna say if you have any questions,
I'll help you one.
Go for it. The floor is yours.
I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm not that good to the spot.
I like to put him on the spot. But seriously, you have questions. We're here to answer. That's why we're doing these series of videos. We're going to be talking about different types of things. He's doing his seminars. I'm doing my seminars. We're going to be doing a collaboration at some point. So if you have any questions about anything, remember, we are here to answer questions. If you have questions, do not be afraid. Ask us. That's what we're here for.
That's how you learn. That's how you learn and grow.
And I said ask, not ask.
Right.
Anyway, guys. I hope you got some entertainment. I hope you got some education. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. That's about it.